What it is, homeboy. It's player partner the kid once again. Enjoying Maverick Menthol 100. And you know what else? My eyes are getting weary. My back is getting tight. Sitting here in traffic on the Queensboro Bridge tonight. But I don't care, cause all I wanna do is cash my check and drive right home to you. Cause baby, all my life I will be driving home to you. Yeah, man. Today we count down the top 30 episodes of King of Queens. One of my favorite shows, probably my favorite sitcom of all time. Um, it stars Kevin James as Doug Heffernan, the oh so beautiful, sexy Leah Remini as Carrie Heffernan, and the undoubtedly funny Jerry Stiller as Arthur Spooner. Rest in peace to Jerry Stiller, father of great comedic actor Ben Stiller. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and jump into it. This might take a while. I done already tried to record this once. Didn't do it in 15 minutes. I'm gonna do it this time. Watch me, cause it's the kid. Number 15. I'm sorry. I'm gonna start at number one. These are in no particular order. Number one on my top 30 episodes of King of Queens is Supermarket Story. This one is a Thanksgiving episode. Doug and Carrie go to the supermarket to shop for Thanksgiving groceries. Doug runs into an old accomplice, but Doug has no idea who he is. So this hilarious back and forth banter goes on between them. Meanwhile, Carrie is following some old lady around trying to steal her Thanksgiving recipes so she can prepare her own little Thanksgiving feast. And Arthur is flirting with some lady who's giving out free food samples. So that's Supermarket Story number one. Number two is Assaulted Nuts. This one, Doug Heffernan is at his job, IPS, which stands for International Parcel Service. It is like your basic FedEx or UPS type of delivery company. And him and his co-workers are just screwing around on the job with a stapler gun. And Doug accidentally shoots himself in his scrotum when he's playing with the staple gun, trying to shoot it under his leg, and he staples his ball sack to his leg. And Arthur has to take him to the emergency room because Doug is supposed to meet Carrie for some type of financial meeting at an office somewhere, but Doug can't go because he has to go to an emergency room to get an emergency procedure done to remove his balls from his inner thigh. Okay, number three is Dugout. In this one, Doug insults Arthur Spooner, his wife, Carrie Heffernan's father, by calling him a demented old circus monkey. A demented old circus monkey. Arthur rightfully takes great offense to this. Carrie says Doug has to make it right, so Doug is going through great lengths to try to appease Arthur and apologize for insulting him. And he ends up taking him to a New York Mets game, and he tries to get a foul ball for Arthur because Arthur really wants a foul ball. So Doug ends up running on the field and ending up in Mets jail with Mets jail, yeah, a drunk guy who constantly yells Piazza for the great New York Mets catcher Mike Piazza. Um, Number four is Party Favor. This one is about Doug Heffernan's cousin Danny Heffernan. He is getting married, and he wants Doug to throw him the bachelor party, but Doug doesn't really like Danny. He thinks Danny is clingy and sort of weird and doesn't really like hanging out with Danny. But Carrie, Heffernan, Doug's wife, wants Doug to be a good cousin and good friend and throw him the bachelor party, so Doug agrees to do it. Uh, he Doug agrees to throw the bachelor party for Danny, but he's not doing it happily or that willingly. He's really doing it just to appease Carrie. Um, so they throw this bachelor party at Cooper's. It's a restaurant where Doug and his IPS worker friends hang out after work for drinks and eat. It's their favorite hangout spot. And this is like pathetic bachelor party with like five people and a stripper with the pimp and a broken leg who's trying to dance on a broken leg. Yeah, that is party favorite number four. Number five is Blockbuster. In this episode, Doug's old high school football team buddies are in town for the anniversary of their championship win in the high school game, and Doug made this big block in the game that cleared the way for the running back to score the winning touchdown, I guess. And there's a writer from the local newspaper coming to write an article about the anniversary of the championship, and Doug really wants to make sure this block gets highlighted in the article. But there's this gentleman there in a wheelchair named Busterman, hence the name of the title, Blockbuster, and he all of a sudden thinks he made the big block in the game, and Doug doesn't want to, bring it to everybody's attention that he actually made the block because everybody's feeling sympathetic for this guy who's now in a wheelchair. Who after high school, after the game, I think he was in a skiing accident. That's how he ended up in the wheelchair. So yeah, that's what that episode is about. Number six is Surprise Artie. This episode, Doug and Carrie Heffernan are planning to throw a surprise party for Arthur Spooner, Carrie's father, Doug's father-in-law. So Doug has to take Arthur out of the house while Carrie's trying to organize a surprise party. He Doug takes Arthur out to a buffet, and Arthur's trying to be all overly frugal and only order one buffet and sneak food off Doug's plate. While Carrie's at home trying to get this surprise party together, and she gets some guests there, but like they're not getting along. There's like two elderly gentlemen there about to fight because Arthur might have slept with one of their wives. So it's just another hilarious King of Queens episode, such as the next one on the list, number seven, Strikeout. This one is about Doug's job, IPS. There's a strike going on, so him and his best friend Deacon are kind of just like laying around the house, being lazy, sleeping all day, and Deacon and Doug's wives, Carrie, Heffernan, and Kelly, which is Deacon's wife, are getting tired of it. So they decide to get Doug, Deacon, and Arthur all together and just let them hang out all day so maybe they can get some productivity out of the group, maybe. But instead, these guys get together and just start doing all kind of mischievous, naughty things. And that is number seven, Strikeout. Number eight is Paint Misbehaving. This is a very funny episode. It is about a birthday. Either Doug or Carrie is having a birthday, and they decide they're gonna go paintball shooting for their birthday. But before they go to up to the paintball range with all their friends, Carrie admits to Doug that she has sort of a little crush on his best friend Deacon. So that has Doug feeling some type of way before they go to the paintball outing. And based on that, all type of comedic hilarity ensues during the paintball fight. Yeah, that's Paint Misbehaving. Number nine is Pop a Pill. In this episode, Doug is in charge of, uh, for lack of a word, babysitting Arthur Spooner, the father-in-law. He can be a handful. He's crazy. He's has loud outbursts all the time. So Arthur could be a handful. So Doug decides to over medicate him by giving him too much of his medication, and it causes Arthur to be knocked out, sleep. So later on in the episode, Arthur decides to get some payback, so he sneaks the same medication. They call it Big Blue. I guess it's a Big Blue pill. Into a turkey sandwich Doug's eating. He consumes the sandwich, eats the medication. Doug is out of his mind, high. Carrie comes home. Arthur done went off somewhere to gamble or something. He done took the car. He's like on the other side of the state or something. That is Pop a Pill. Number 10 is Tick or Treat, a very funny Halloween episode of King of Queens. The beginning of the episode starts out, Doug and Carrie are at home decorating for Halloween, putting up all kind of Halloween decorations, candy and everything. Arthur returns home. He goes fucking ballistic, starts smashing jack-o'-lanterns and throwing candy outside. Doug is about to wring his neck. Then later on, Arthur returns home again and he sees like this paper mache ghost, and he just like has a freaking heart attack and has to go to the hospital. So yeah, that's Tick or Treat, number 10. Number 11 is Lush Life. This episode is about Carrie Heffernan. Doug and Arthur prepare some drinks for her one night, or she comes home drunk one night, and Doug and Arthur notice she's a lot more pleasant because Carrie's very feisty. She has a very feisty attitude. She's angry a lot. You know, she's just a little pistol, and yeah. So they notice she's more pleasant drunk. So every night when she comes home from work, they start feeding her alcohol, just all kind of cocktails and martinis and shit. But of course, Carrie gets wind of what's going on and she's pissed about it. And that's basically that episode. Number 12 is Window Pane. Doug and Carrie Heffernan get some new neighbors who just seem like the perfect couple. They look like the all-American, just perfect married couple. So, in order for Doug and Carrie to put across that same image, they're going through all these crazy links and just plots to try to impress this family that just moved in next door. Number 13 is Curbed Enthusiasm. Excuse me. In this episode, Doug Heffernan tries to become a semi-professional football player to impress his best friend Deacon's little son Kirby, and he thinks he can do it because he played high school football, but when he gets to the tryout, he gets his block knocked off. Number 14 is Flame Resistant. Doug bumps into an ex-girlfriend from high school. He was supposed to have wrote this song for her when they were together in high school. He says he completed it. She says he never made the song. So in order to prove to her that he did, he tries to make the song. Him and his cousin Danny, sorry I'm trying to speed through this, try to make the song to impress the ex-girlfriend. Doug's wife Carrie finds out. Once again, she's pissed. And when Carrie's pissed, it's not a good thing, trust me. And more very funny stuff happens. Okay. Number 15, Mental Case. Doug is in search for his favorite childhood toy. This is a Christmas episode, I believe. And it's also Deacon's favorite toy, but he never got to get the toy because his family wouldn't get him for whatever reason. So him and Doug kind of have this little beef over the Mentolo toy. Very funny. And I'm about to run out of time. I didn't get through this video the first time, but I did it this time because I told y'all I was, man, because it's the kid. Top 30 King of Queens episodes. The next 15 is coming in part 2 because I couldn't get all 15 done in part 1. But part 2 is coming, and it's the kid, and I'm out.